Hello, here we are in New Mexico at Herreid High School, and we are joining some other pro-life students here. If you guys want to wave. Awesome. We're joining the thousands of students across the nation that are standing in the defense of the preborn, because every 17 minutes actually we have 10 people's lives who are lost, preborn humans whose lives are lost to abortion, and women who are hurt in the US. 46% of women who get abortion are under age 25. So that means that there may be girls, even here at Herreid High School today, who are considering abortion or who have experienced abortion, or who maybe even right now are at an abortion facility to get an abortion.
She is a brave young woman. Bethany Janzen, she's the Rocky Mountain Regional Coordinator for Students for Life of America. First of all, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. Excited to be here today.
I have to say, the reason I have you on the show is somehow we connected on Facebook, and I saw your videos that you were uploading, and I was amazed at how you would talk to complete strangers who were completely hostile to your cause. You would just talk with them, in a very even-tempered way and talk to them about your message, which is unapologetically pro-life. So, first of all, why are you a pro-life advocate? What motivates you?
There's two things that really motivate me. The first thing is I see that God has loved me in such a great way that it makes me want to love other people. And that love for other human beings is the most fundamental thing that we ought to have, even no matter what our faith is. And that's really the second reason, is that this is a human rights crisis. It's the greatest human rights crisis of our day. If we believe in equality for human beings, we all ought to be pro-life.
What really impressed me, again, was the fearlessness with which you would talk to total strangers.
Across from us, we see a couple people standing to protest us, and let's see if we can find out what their signs say and why they're here. Hey, do you guys mind if I look at your signs? Awesome. Okay, so what's your guys' thoughts on why are you guys out here today?
Where do you get that? Is that just a personality trait, or how do you get the gumption?
I think it is something that takes time and takes experience. I think after you start to get more involved in pro-life ministry, you start to realize, hey, it's not too scary. Sometimes they may yell at you, but they're not going to bite you, Every person is a human being, and honestly, they think they're doing what's right. They think that they're, trying to help people. And so, especially if you come up with a neutral type of tone, where you're like, hey, can I talk to you? Can I read your signs? You ask permission. You ask them simple questions that they don't feel offended by. We're all called to treat other people, no matter what they believe, with respect and love.
What are some examples of success stories? Have you been a witness to, for instance, lives being saved?
Yeah, absolutely. So last November, I got to hop on our big van to drive down to Phoenix, Arizona. Southern Colorado, we stopped at a gas station there. And there was a guy that came up to us and says, well, what's the truck about? And I explained, well, we're trying to raise awareness that Planned Parenthood, aborted 323,000 people last year. And he said, you know what? My girlfriend's actually going through something like this. Well, we just kind of broke up, but she's pregnant and she wants to get an abortion.
Wow.
And so I said, hey, you need to be there to support her. Like, why does she want this abortion? We kind of just talked through some of these things, and we said, hey, you can do this. Be there to be the dad and the father to this child. Tell her that you're going to walk alongside with her, that she doesn't need to get this. Maybe even write her a letter. Don't give up on her. Because the guy was just so distressed, that this was going to happen to his child. So we even ended up praying with him and encouraging him, and he left, and I gave him my number, and he ended up texting me later saying, hey, I talked to her, and we're going to keep it. We're going to raise the child, or you're going to do adoption. And it was just so cool for me to see that. Like, wow, we can actually make an impact, and actually lives can be truly saved.
Wow, Bethany. Congratulations. I'm sorry, I'm just still thinking of that. What is the most difficult thing about the work you do?
I would say for me personally, it's just that there's so much to do constantly. I mean, we fight in a massive battle. There's so much to do to try to save lives. Constantly, there are children who are dying. And for every pro-life advocate, there's probably 50 people out there working for an organization that supports abortion or does abortions. So I would just say there's constantly so much to do. And it just feels like a spiritual battle sometimes to say, like, okay, how can I constantly keep going when there's so much to fight for in this?
Well, let's help you out. What are some ways that we can get involved, or our listeners and our viewers can join you in your battle for life?
Absolutely. We need every person to join us. So the first thing is for young people to go to studentsforlife.org, find your regional coordinator, or just contact Students for Life. We will put you in touch because we want to empower you to actually be an advocate for life where you're at. at your school, in your community. Secondly, if you're middle-aged or young professional, we have a pro-life future group, which is for young professionals. But then if you're older than that, you're like, how do I really get involved with Students for Life? There's a really awesome way you can support us, because we cannot do what we do unless we have people out there who believe in our cause and who want to partner with us financially. And prayer is also huge, because this is a spiritual battle and we definitely need prayer to set us through.
Amen. Well, thank you very much for the great work you do, Bethany. We'll say a prayer for you. And again, really, really impressed with the videos that you upload. I think that is your ministry or your special gift. It's really inspiring to see the way you interact with other people. It's a gift.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Stephen.
Hope to have you on again soon.
Sounds great.